Does anyone else like a little Legion TD2? I've been playing a whole bunch lately. We've been having a good time with it, and I thought maybe it'd be fun if we did ourselves a little Legion stream today. We'll see how it's going. Give the game a shot, play a little on the live stream, see if we could climb up to that elusive... Oh, Guild War time remaining. Oh, we might need to do some Guild Wars today. See if any of the Guild War brothers are around. Park map, maybe. Yeah, I thought we'd play a bit today. See what you think. Normally, you know, we do a bit more of the strategy side of things. Park map's ready to go. Let's do this, Park. So on Saturdays they do Guild Wars, where you get extra bonus points by winning games with guildmates. So we might as well do it up a bit like that. Let's do some ranked classic matchmaking. Not classic, just ranked. Classic's a different mode. Welcome. How you doing? How's everybody feeling today? Feeling good. Looking good. I guess I'm not feeling 100% good. I've actually been sick all week. Still a bit mucusy there. So if my voice starts to fade or I sound horrible, that's why. But that's all right. We'll deal with it. I gotta say, I love me a nice YOLO roll. Let's hope for the best.
Welcome to Nova.
Make sure that people know I'm streaming. To do a little self promotion here. Doot. While we wait for the game to start. What am I playing? We're definitely starting Kitty. We love these kitty cats. We feed them some fishies. We buy some workers. I just took my Factorio picture on my stream. I'll have to change that one too. $20 seconds left.
20 seconds.
20 seconds. Yep. So we've been playing a whole bunch lately. I am currently Platinum 1, not too far away from Diamond. So that is our goal today, to climb up into the Diamonds. And we're gonna see what the other teams got. They started a Sand Badger. Maybe I'll just auto and do it. I don't feel like trying to break a Sand Badger. I don't really know what breaks them early on. I guess a Sand Badger is probably Arcane Defense, so Impact or Pierce would be good against them, which would make it maybe a wave 5 kind of thing. I'm not gonna worry about it. We'll just eco our way up here. What else looks good? Does another kitty look good? Is 2 kitties too many kitties?
Yes, my lord.
Maybe we'll be greedy. We'll go for an extra worker. I don't know if 4-stack kitty holds wave 2, but I think he might. So we will lean into the greed. My boy Park over here is gone for fast fire archer to help out his green devil. That's probably a tad overbuilt in my opinion. I think a green devil might hold that wave by himself. Will the kitty? Maybe. They didn't send on me, so I think I might be okay. Yeah, looking good, looking good. Good kitty. A little bit of fish and makes the whole world go round. He has gone into a gargoyle with his Sand Badger over there. That's all right. We've got a strong early eco going. We're gonna lean into it. The rest of this roll is crap, though. Let's do a slightly back set. Nah, that's fine. We'll just do a kitty on the other side, I think. Okay. We might leak this wave. This is gonna be a tad dicey for us here. We'll see what we can do with it though. They're totally just ecoing up. They're just buffing up their king, so very safe waves for the most part. Yeah, we will be just fine actually. Let's be greedy. Kitties are a tad weak on the next wave on their defensive stats, but strong on their offense, so I think we'll still be fine. We can always just feed them a little more fish and come out well on the other side. How greedy am I feeling? I could push one more worker and hope my 2 cats hold. Yeah, let's be greedy. I should have done that earlier. You always want to buy your workers like as quickly as you possibly can, because as soon as you buy them, they start. You put them to work in the mines. They start generating for you. So the faster you can make those decisions of when you wanna upgrade. My buddy there is pretty built up. I think he would hold just fine, even if we have trouble with these birds. But I think we're looking just fine here too. Okay, they didn't send anything, so they might be getting ready to cause some trouble. I don't know if we'll have enough time. Could we maybe send a brute with the next wave? Yes, the brute will get out in the next wave. We broke one side and the other side has a gun. Okay. So I think the brute, the next wave might be a good send. That might work well for us.
I will maul you.
And it's about time that we're gonna have to start building more stuff, I think. Kitties are a tad weak this wave. I really do like Eternal Wanderers as sort of off tanks. Only 11 seconds left. Not a lot of time to work with here. Even though the kitties are real weak here, we're gonna buff them up, and then we're gonna re-roll, and this will give us time to think about what we want. Okay, we like these. We got some good support, some good DPS options. I can live with that. Can the kitties hold against a weak wave? We fed them a lot of fish. Oh no, the brute there is gonna beat me real bad. Yep, that's a pretty nasty leak for us there. Just a tiny leak on their end. Yeah, we're gonna leak both sides. They sent 100 on me and 120 on my buddy. That's all right. Not the end of the world. We can make up for that. I knew it was gonna be a rough wave with no support for the cats. Lost 26%, not too bad. Not the end of the world here. And the cats are still weak on this wave. This one's probably gonna hurt, because we haven't really had time to invest in anything else. I think, golly, I'd love a berserker, but we're just short on them. We're gonna start with a warp wing, I think is what I want. We don't really have any. Yeah, we'll just stick them over there. There is the option for the magician for a mana buff build. Our sea dragons and our holy avengers use mana, so that could be interesting. Yeah, this is gonna be another real painful wave for us here. But the next one we'll be good at. It was just a consequence of having the YOLO build. I didn't really have anything good to add on to the early kitties, but the kitties are good all game. We'll stick with them. This is going to give them a little bit of an income boost over us by these couple of leaks, but that's okay. I'm not concerned. I'm feeling fine. Park map and I got this in the bag. We got a bit of a leak on them even. We weren't even trying. They lost 14%. Alright, time to tighten up. Tight like a tiger. I think Sea Dragon makes a lot of sense here. We could do, yeah, I think, what do I like? I like it here. We could build like a little circle here, maybe a magician in the center, something like that. The kitties are good in this wave, so we will make sure they've got their food, and we'll go for another greedy worker while we're at it. They are ecoing up. They're spending a lot of mythium. They must have pushed some very fast workers. I'm sort of surprised. We ought to have been punishing them more, I suppose. My guy is going for tanks with lifesteal and then goblin copters. That's weird. Maybe we'll hold and we'll try like a little 9 send. I think that might be reasonable. They're fighting over there, looking fine. We need to invest in some more DPS. The kitties will hold the line well, but we need some damage behind him. I think a berserker is the only good way to do that. Where do I want to put this berserker? He might end up having to be a little further behind, because I kind of want like a little circle of magic using guys here. So maybe we'll stick a berserker way in the back. That'll be fine. I'm okay with that. And then we want to send to help out the Wave 9 carapaces. We got to clean up these lizards. This should be easy. I think the cats are good against this one. Cats will be weak next wave, so that one might be rough. I think what I want most is probably a safety mole to go next wave. Safety moles, of course, make nearby allies take 4 reduced damage from all sources. So because the enemy has a bunch of kind of small rapid attack stuff, I figure just reduced damage there might be useful. Got a little hermit from our buddy. We'll hit 40, so I guess we'll throw in an extra robo as well. And now we gotta figure out how to hold it on our own side here. Holy Avenger, maybe? I feel like our frontline tanking is good. I guess Holy Avenger makes a lot of sense too. That gives us a little extra tank, a little extra DPS to work with. Cesspon says, what's this game all about? No one watched the Dune videos. Yeah, well, welcome. This is not Dune, as you can see. It's a little different. So this is Legion TD2. It's sort of it's an auto battler. The idea is, you know, you're using your resources carefully to invest in economic choices or in defensive choices, and then you're putting them on the board in very particular spots here or there or everywhere, and then waves of enemies come, and you gotta fight them off if you can. And then you have a partner who is doing the same thing in his lane, and then you have 2 enemies who are doing the same thing in their lane. And you can also buy workers that get you a special resource called Mythium, and when you get enough Mythium, you can use it to send additional troops, little mercenaries, along with the wave that is attacking your enemies. So the way to do it is to figure out how best to prepare yourself from what you know is coming from the predetermined waves and what you think is coming from what your enemies might send against you. And you're likewise trying to defend yourself as best as possible, but you're also trying to be greedy by spending your income on workers. Because the workers are the ones that mine the Mythium, that get you even more income, that allow you extra sends against the bad guys. They're very important. I feel like we hold here really well no matter what, so I'm gonna go ahead and eco up a little bit. So yeah, so you can see we've got a grid and we're placing guys down. Right now I'm using some tough tanky cat units, and then I have some sort of these sea dragons are kind of support healers. This little warp wing over here is also a bit of a DPS support unit. This is wave 10. Wave 10 is a boss wave where a big monster comes out. So we're beating him handily. Probably even overbuilt that wave. I could have made a whole bunch more workers. So we'll buy workers there. This is my ally over here. He's gonna hold. He's looking pretty good. And it looks like the enemy leaked 1. So it's called a leak if something gets through. If something leaks through your front line, your ally, if he's held his lane, can help try to fight the enemies off. But just by the creatures leaking through, the other team gets a little extra money for that. And then eventually, if they leak all the way through their defenses, they attack the enemy's king, and if you kill the enemy's king, you win the game. Yeah, that's all you need to know. We are going to pick up Magician, and we're going to put it on that guy. What am I going to do with 160 more? I don't really have anything I want to do with 160 more right now. I guess that means we're buying workers, and we're hoping for the best. Very greedy to be buying workers now. Since the enemy sent 0 Mythium last round, it's very likely there's a send coming up now or in the very near future here. Let's ask Park when he wants to send. Oh, here's a big send. So they sent 360 extra Mythium worth of mercenaries against us. We'll see if we can hold this wave. I'm feeling okay. No, I'm feeling bad. I'm feeling bad. They're definitely going to punch through us here. Our front line didn't hold quite long enough. That's going to be a painful one. Let's aim for... see what the enemy's got. 12 or 13. Are we... okay, my buddy held a bit, so he's helping to clear out some of the waves, so we should survive. We'll aim for a kill on 13 if we live that long. I think the enemy is ahead of us in workers. They're sending big waves of stuff against us, so we need to live long enough to be able to fight them off, which might be tricky. And I've been saving Mythium for a long time, meaning that my income is quite low. Hey Brian, yeah, there are many units, so there are many combos to work with here. We're gonna put a bull over here. I think is probably a fine bull spot. You could off tank over there. So yeah, as far as how many units there are, I'll show you when we go back to a menu. There's probably 50, 60 different units or so, and then you get a relatively small selection. And then this menu here is the mercenaries that we could send to fight on our behalf. So we're gonna send a pack leader, we're gonna send a centaur. We need... oh, they're getting through me again there. It's my buddy holding. No, never mind, we're just dead. Darn. Yeah, I think this is gonna be enough to finish off our king. That's alright. It gives me a chance to show you guys the units we were talking about. We'll check our little end score screen here. Yeah, I don't know. They were pretty comparable to us. They just did a better job of applying pressure with those sends. They got like a little bit more Mythium than us, but not really a whole lot. Don't know what went wrong there. Might have just been the YOLO. We'll talk about that in a minute here. But the codex, the units. Here are all the units that are in the game. Oh my god, there's more than I thought. 5, 10, 12 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 times 12, like 145 units. Now, many of these are a single unit that can be upgraded multiple times. So you could have a base unit, you could upgrade it to a higher level, you could upgrade it to an even higher level after that. Everything has at least one upgrade, some of it is 3. I don't know if there's any more than 3. But tons of units that all have different combos. They all have their own unique piercing or attack types and defense types that are better or worse against other units. Quite a few indeed. And then you saw that little list of the mercenaries, which are a totally unique type of unit that you could send against the enemy. And there's like 30 of those as well. So there's a whole lot to work with. So you only get a tiny little selection of what units you get for each map, and some of that is dependent on how you choose to play. Once the game starts off, you get to pick one of the mastermind options. At least in ranked play, it's a little different when you're playing PvE and different stuff like that. But in ranked play, you pick mastermind, and mastermind gives you one of different sort of flavors of how you will. How you will pick your units, or how you will, get certain blessings. So these are the masterminds here. So I had played YOLO, which means I get a little extra income, but I have a fully randomized roll. I have no idea what kind of units I'm going to get. There's also Chaos, which is a lot of fun, where you get totally different, unique units randomized every single round. There's things like Lock-In and Double Lock-In, which lets you pick a specific unit or 2 specific units that you are guaranteed to have in your roster. Or you can even do some stuff that's purely economic. Greed starts you with income. Castle says if you survive to wave 10 and after that you get a huge income boost. Like, there's a lot of different ways to do stuff here. Maybe we'll do a Chaos just to see a lot of different units. So every single round, all of my units here will randomize to different stuff. What's a good start here? I think we're going to start with a Gargoyle, who is nice and cheap and tanky. And because I love a sea serpent, maybe he'll come up again later. We'll stick a gargoyle over here, and we're going to upgrade him to the green devil, which costs us a little bit of money, but is a big stat boost for him. You can see everything's got hit points, damage, armor, like damage mitigation. Lots of stuff has their own special abilities, like the green devil gargoyles take reduced damage from attacks, so they're really excellent tanks. And anytime you've got extra money, you want to be training workers, which give you 1 extra mythium every 10 seconds. There we go. I should... So my guy went with the wild shroom. That's an interesting opening.
On my way.
What do we got coming up here? Well, lots of fun units, but a tad on the expensive side for some of them. Seedlings are fun, aqua spirits are fun. Maybe we'll give ourselves a little aqua spirit to work with over... Over where? Over here maybe? Maybe down here? It's very common to put your ranged units in front of your other units. I don't like that, so I'm not gonna do it. I gotta feel more comfortable in my placement before that happens. He's gonna sea serpent into his wild shroom. Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna send them a brute. Just for fun. Okay, looks like we held our wave pretty well there. Feel good about that. So we are on 5 workers right now, which is decent enough. Oh, and they even leaked a little bit. We might have a fiesta. Oh yeah, so Park's pointing out that the one guy is leaking maybe on purpose. So one of the masterminds you could pick at the start of the game is called a fiesta, where if you leak and guys get through your defenses, you get a little bit of money for that. We'll stick another tank up over here, it's fine. So if someone is playing a fiesta, you're trying to sort of lose each wave, but just by a little bit, because that way you'll get an income from the fiesta power, which says you get money based on the wave it is and whether or not you leaked. But you're still trying to kill most of the things. So that's a very advanced playstyle, to try to kill most things but not everything. But it's very strong if it works out. Looks like they're gonna hold here, I think. Looks like everybody held that. Okay, we're gonna turn on auto send, because that'll... So auto send is something you turn on, and it just sends the most lucrative of the mercenaries. Ooh, I do like rangers a lot. But maybe I like fire elementals more even. I think an early fire elemental is wise here. So if you turn on auto send, so normally anytime you send a mercenary, they also give you like, so this, if you send a snail you get +6 income, you send a lizard you get +12 income, so they all have income amounts attached to them. So certain mercenaries are good just to send to increase your per round income, and certain mercenaries are better to send, they give you less income but are better fighters, so they're more likely to break through the enemy's defenses. So if you turn on auto, it just automatically sends what's going to give you the highest income, turning your little mythium total here into an income that you'd get each wave. Okay, so they held. My buddy leaked a little bit, but we'll be just fine. We can clean up these birds. No big deal. So we're going to invest in workers after that. We should have bought them sooner, but I was talking to you folks. Let's add a little extra defenses here, shall we? I don't know if a slime's the way to go. Maybe. Slime are kind of fun. Alright, we could do it. We could put the slime up there. You could also upgrade your king. So you could spend mythium straight on upgrades to your king's attack, upgrades to your king's regeneration, or your king's spell. It's a really fun game because there's so many different combos between units, and there's such an impact on how things change based on really, really minor placements. Like, you know, you slide this guy little like one square up, one slot upwards, and all of a sudden like he tanks one more of the enemy units, which causes them not to have enough DPS to burst through your line. And it's really fun and funny how you can drastically alter the shape of the game by how carefully you place your units. Kaiser Wilhelm, good afternoon, my friend. Thank you so much for the donation. Totally unnecessary, but greatly appreciated. Thank you so much, brother. We're playing some Legion Tower Defense. Having a good time doing it. I got 3 seconds to get something out here. I didn't. I guess we're just ecoing this wave. Got distracted by the Kaiser. It's alright, we're not going to be in bad shape this wave. They didn't send on us. They upgraded their king. I don't think we're going to hold, but we'll get most of it. The fire elemental is great. He does good damage and it bounces between stuff. Yeah, we're definitely going to leak. I needed to hold just a couple more seconds there. And his attacks bounce between a bunch of stuff. There's no limit to the only limit to the number of fighters you could use is the space on your board and the gold that you have to buy them, right? So if I want to buy a Sea Dragon, it costs 95 gold. Right now I've got 117. So you're limited, so you're ramping up the amount of gold you get by killing harder and harder waves, by getting more and more income from sending mercenaries. I think we like a slime siren here. And I sort of also like a bone warrior. This is not optimal placement by any means here, but it is what it is. Yeah, so you're only sort of limited by the space on the board, but that's rarely a thing that comes into play. The game's over before you're going to fill up your space. There are some versions of some modes of the game where that go much longer, so you could end up with wave 25 and you've got 300 guys out here. But here's another bad leak for us. You guys are throwing me off my game. That's all right. We're just here to have a good time. Unfortunately, my buddy, hopefully he holds here. He's investing in these dwarven bankers, which make him extra money as long as they survive. So me leaking a bunch of troops into him and possibly getting his bankers killed is bad play. But his bankers are holding the line. They're doing good there. We're very high on workers because we were just sort of lazy and didn't send for a long time. We've got some tankiness. We need some more damage, which I think means nightmare time. And I also love rangers too. Okay, maybe we build like a attack speed circle back here. Makes more sense. Where are the Atreides? We're not even green. Yeah, you could think of this, these are like the Harkonnen fighting pits where we're battling monsters for the crowd. Kaiser likes double locking with Butcher and Monkey Tree. I've never tried a Butcher with Monkey Tree. I love Butcher and I love Monkey Tree. That's interesting. The Butcher's great, right? So the Butcher's a unit that is kind of tanky and gives a lifesteal aura to stuff around him. The classic is really the Butcher plus this Nightmare guy who has a scythe, does a lot of damage, and then you upgrade him and he gets like a damage per attack bonus, basically. Okay, we need ourselves Dark Mage and maybe a Royal Guard upgrade there. Would feel good. So this guy, you upgrade him to a Doppelganger and it says each time he attacks, he adds 2 to his attack damage. So if you keep him in a safe spot or give him like a lot of attack speed or a lot of healing, he like scales up in power during the wave. They sent a big send on us. This box mimic here is a tough fight. Yeah, we're gonna have a hard time holding this one. Killed their mimic, but they're definitely gonna break through with all their carpusses. My buddy is holding pretty well, but they didn't ascend anything on him. I have just been purely AFK ecoing. I think the dwarves are in trouble this round. Maybe. He's got some fight here. Are these bigwigs? No, they're just regular bankers. I think they're in trouble. Hold the line, dwarves. No. We got his poor dwarves killed. I'm so sorry, my friend.
On my way.
We'll eco behind it. How about that? Okay, how are we gonna kill a boss with this? We're actually a tad light on the boss killing. We could upgrade our Daphne, or we could build a berserker. Berserkers are fabulous. Maybe we want a berserker in this little ring back here. Now I kind of want this to be a lifesteal blob. But we're playing Chaos, so we have no idea what's coming up. We're just kind of hoping and praying. Does he have good single target? Oh yeah, so he's got a bunch of sea serpents, which are actually really great against the boss wave. So I would imagine he's gonna be fine. Can we chop? So we went with the berserker, and the berserker does bonus damage every time it attacks the same target, so it's like a perfect boss killer. He's doing pretty good. Hurry, berserker, finish him. Okay, we'll hold. We'll hold. I think the fire lemon will auto finish him off. There we go. Very good. Let's eco behind that a bit. What do I like here? I don't like any of this. We're gonna put a tree in here, in the front. And we're gonna grab. Also, at level 10, you get to grab one of these boosts. I can't remember what they're called, but they're kind of like a blessing. Give a fighter health, and but dies if he loses. I guess investment for extra 30 income is what I want there.
Good morning.
And our tanky line is not so tanky right now. I'm okay with a golden buckler over here, maybe. I'm gonna bump him up. Yeah, so when we're playing Chaos, so we get totally random stuff. So part of the fun of Chaos is like trying to maybe plan ahead for theoretical combos that might pop up. We did get a Butcher in this wave, so that would be fun to invest in. But because it's Chaos, you might never get that combo that you're thinking of, so you're trying to also sort of build stuff and slap things together where you can. So they didn't send anything. They sent 0 on me that wave. But the other side sent 100. So the enemy is maybe not super coordinated, which is to the best for us. So I held that easy. We're gonna send down 13, the drill golems. That's a real tough wave there. We got the banana bunk from Kaiser's favorite bananas. The banana bunks are amazing. I love them, but I feel like it would be a missed opportunity to not add a butcher to our little DPS group here.
Fresh meats.
Took Kaiser a few games to get the start ironed out, but have been a really strong winning streak. Yeah, it is also, it's super fun to get that sort of streak going, right? It feels so good. It's a very satisfying game to win, because when you win, you feel real smart once you've done it. You're like, we did that so well. Or there's a lot of comeback potential where you could be behind, and this might be a rough one for us. You could be behind, but you make some smart plays. You send on the right waves. Yeah, we're gonna lose. They're gonna bust through us good here. They sent 220 on me, 140 on my buddy. Yeah, those dwarves are dead, unfortunately. It'd be a little painful for us, but we're sending on the next wave. So let's send now. We're gonna send a little Kodo Beast to buff up damage. I kind of want. What do I want? I don't know. Maybe just a couple of brutes to. Brutes are tough tanky guys that slow down the attack speed of stuff they fight.
Yes, my lord.
And we'll send a couple. No, not the robos, because they've got. I'll have 80. What more do I send for 80? Maybe another brute and a snail, I guess. So I know my enemy has those serpents, which can take out backline ranged sends. Is the doppelganger good here, or the berserker? We'll do the doppelganger. They're both a little weak on this wave, but we should be okay. Oh, they're sending again. Tricky buggers. I feel like we're chopping all right here. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this wave. We might. Our doppelganger here is doing good work. Good work. Okay, yeah, I feel very strong on that. We'll buy a bunch of workers off the back of that success. Park's gonna leak, but we should be able to help him hold well. The enemy held real well too against our send. Let's aim for the quadrupusses on 15 is where we'll send then. That guy held great. He's got 2,500 investment in his defenses. That's so much. Oh no, that's my buddy. No, that's the enemy. The enemy's at 25 and 23. We are at 21 and 21, so they're built up a lot more than we are. Hopefully that means we've got the better economy, but that's not always the case. We've got killer slugs coming. I think we're going to invest in a sand badger or 2 for the front lines. And then we're going to try and send on this next wave 15, which is the quadrupusses, which is sort of another boss wave with strong ranged damage. But I do feel like we are a bit behind here. So, okay, so no send from either of them. They are also saving up. So we're not going to buy any more workers. We're going to invest entirely into our defenses to try to hold whatever send they give us. Meanwhile, we want to try and break their send. I would really love a shaman. Shaman's my favorite thing to send on this wave because it does a big buff. I don't think there's going to be enough time to get it right now. We'll get it at the start of the next round, I guess. Could do a shaman, and then would have another 320. We'll have another 60 left over. Could throw a brood in there. And then we gotta hold whatever they do to us. I think our best bet are iron scales here. These guys are very strong tanks for the wave, or maybe a fatalizer upgrade. Even though they're weak for the wave, they're so good against bosses. Maybe we go this guy here. This is a little AoE boost. So we're not being super efficient with our build. Oh, a big 400 send on us. But they sent mostly eco things, not strong fighting units, which is a little unusual. How's it going? I don't know. I think we're gonna leak, but not too badly. And my buddy's holding really well, which is great. Okay. How are they doing? Oh, this guy over here is jammed. What is he building? Crab warlocks, a ton of flying magic damage, orchids, he's got so much stuff. They're so built up. They're doing a really good job holding. Is this gonna hold or not? I don't know. It might. There's 2 turrets stacked on top of each other there. No, this is not gonna hold, unfortunately. But it's not gonna kill us. And we did burst through their lines, got a little bit of king damage, so that's alright. They're getting a little damage on us, we're getting a little damage on them. That's all alright. We need to hold this wave well. Or more damage would be probably a good plan for us.
I am not a gnoblin. I will cut you.
We'll buff up the head chef here. I think I also want more workers because this looks like it's going long. I like a tree of life in front of my doppelganger, gives them a bit of a healing boost. There's a little something there to get some stuff out. They did not send, so hopefully we hold the unsent wave there. What do we want to send on? How you feeling, Park Map? What do we want to send on here, brother? Okay, I think we're chopping through pretty well. Yeah, we should be just fine. I'm gonna invest in a bunch of workers, and that's gonna be the last workers I buy. Everything else is going into defense. We got metal dragons coming up, which are tough to deal with. We could do another berserker in the back. Maybe 2 berserkers in the back. Lifesteal berserkers are really nice. Hard to pass up on them. Do we want to save all the way for like 19 or something and hope for the best? They guys got strong piercing damage, which would be weak against natural or fortified. So maybe we go for 19. Here's another big send on us. This might be rough. 540. I feel like maybe we saved too long, delved too greedily and too deeply. Yeah, this one's gonna hurt. Yeah, we might be in trouble. Oh, we're dead. Oof. Rip. Yeah, they just got they got much better pressure on us there with the sends. 0-3 today, boys. That's all right.
Defeat.
I finished last night 5-0, so it's just pulling me back toward the medium. I'm dragging poor Park Map down. He's a Diamond 3. We are currently a Plat 1. I mean, I made as much Mythium as they did. They had a ton of income. Where did their income come from? Double lock-in and greed. I don't know. They got way ahead of us. I guess they were just more consistent with some greed spending early. Tough one. Okay. Was there something I wanted to show you guys? Oh yeah, I was gonna show you my profile. When we started today, we were a very sound 50 and 25, and now we are 50 and 27. But that's all right. We shall climb forward. I'll admit that we've been a bit loosey-goosey playing the YOLO and the chaos lock-ins, because that gives us very little control over what we get. Maybe we'll be maybe we'll go a bit more conservative henceforth here until we can lock up something, lock up some wins here. That's right. I believe in Park Map. Is that an Italy flag? Park Map's from Italy. Awesome. I do like the flags on people's profiles. So I'm coming to you from the United States here. We've got Germany and Turkey on the other team. a true world war. What's good? What's good? I like castle a lot. It's tricky, but let's do a castle. Our games have been going a bit longer. I like this roll a lot. Could do a disciple into Windhawks might be fun. I got a couple nice AoE options. We're a tad light on the tanky options. Maybe something like... Oh, we have too many. I need one less. Oh, I guess no, we've got the Mudmen would be fine. Mudmen to tank, and Sand Badgers to tank. Rangers for DPS. It's pretty single target-y, but we'll make it work. How are we going to start? We could start with a Disciple into a Windhawk. We could start with straight Windhawk.
20 seconds.
Windhawk into... That's kind of expensive. We'll start with a Disciple. We'll make it work. Disciple. We'll upgrade the King attack. We'll be better about our early income this game. And a worker. Don't forget our worker. Alright. Park started out with a couple of skeletons on his side. Gino the King. Alright, don't let me down here, Acolyte. Hold the line! Oh no, they got through his skeletons. The dreaded round 1 leak. Almost? Almost? I think so. Yes! Great success. Okay, now we can add in a Windhawk. Windhawks are just sort of birds that are pretty plain when you start with, but you can upgrade them to Violets, which are flying birds that now use mana and can shoot out AoE electricity, which works really well. And then what we stuck in the middle here, this acolyte, this disciple who upgrades into a Starcaller. I don't know why I call him an acolyte. A disciple. The disciple, once we upgrade her, she gives an aura to everything that's placed around her that gives them improved mana regeneration. So it works really, really nicely together. You put her down, you surround her by units that will use mana, like our Windhawks, for example. And then it's a nice little synergy there. So our enemies have gone mass polywog. That's very funny. They're slowly being beaten down by that little guy. What is that little guy? I don't even know. Are we gonna hold this wave? Fine. We are weak against this wave. Maybe we'll toss in a... no, I'm gonna be greedy. We'll make a worker. We might have been a little too greedy. This is gonna be a tough hold. It's gonna be a very tough hold. I think we're in trouble. Hopefully the buddy's skeleton army, park map skeleton army, can hold the line for us. We'll burn through a lot of these little hoppers, but not all of them. Oh, they sent a brute on park map. It's rude. He's gonna hold that, but he won't be as tough against my... Oh, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Park's a bit built up right now. He upgraded his skeleton into a spectral scallywag. That's fun. Oh, and they leaked a bunch on their side. I didn't even see that. I don't even think we were only auto-sending them. We weren't even trying to make them leak. Okay, we clearly need a little more to work with here. Our disciple is strong with her attack and defense. Maybe we add another Windhawk? And 96 is the reward. How much do I need to upgrade Violet here? Yeah, maybe I can upgrade to 1 Violet if we just save up this wave, which would make us a lot more resilient in the coming waves. So we'll save our money. It's going to put us ever so slightly behind workers of where I'd like to be, but it'll be a lot more comfortable with 1 Violet up to help AoE down these waves for us. Starting to get into more dangerous stuff. Wave 5 is a little scorpion boss. Wave 6 has these little Rocco creatures that are a bit of a bruisers. Yes, just enough. Our math was good. 180. We will build Violet. Now, Violet has 2,300 hit points, does 73 damage. Whereas our old Windhawk had only 760 and does 35 damage, so it's a pretty big boost to upgrade stuff there. Sometimes hard to save up the cash money to do so, though. Now we're a little overbuilt. We got to sort of shift back and make some workers, probably. It's gonna be... one more workers, but the next wave is also going to be painful because we're not well prepared for it. I'll feel a lot better if we build a Mudman, actually. Because we don't have cheap stuff to build. A lot of our tanks and things are trending on the more expensive side. So what we really need is a Mudman over here to serve as sort of an off tank. So one of the concepts are you want to build on like one side or the other of your lane, on the far left or the far right side. That way when the enemies come out, they split. Some of them go towards the left side, some of them go towards the right side. And that way the enemy units aren't all focus firing down a single one of your units and sort of burning through your guys faster. So you'll have more uptime for everybody, the better you could spread out the enemy's aggro. Kaiser says if you hover over the money or myth icons in the bottom left, it shows how much money you'll have in the next wave. Oh, in here I'd been doing math like an idiot. I knew you could hover over the Mythium and it tells you what you'd have at the end of your current wave. I didn't realize you could hover over the money to tell you how much it estimated you'd have for the next wave. Well, that'll save me a whole lot of mathing. Here I was adding things up in my head. I think I would feel good maybe if we do like a 9 send might be fun. They're very single target focused. Aim for a 9-cent, I think would get us some dividends. Now we busted that wave real good, and I feel like we're gonna be just fine on this one too. Let's be greedy. We'll lean into more workers still. We're gonna start saving up our Mythium so that we could give them a big old honkin' wave send on wave 9. That is gonna slow us down a bit on the econ front, but it'll be fine. Yeah, estimated total after the bounty of the next wave. Oh, that's magical. I mean, I knew about mousing over the Mythium. I don't know why I never thought to mouse over the gold as well. That's alright. It was a little rough on this wave. No, we're being okay, actually. That Violet is doing great work for us. Oh, we'll hold the line. Okay, all good. Probably should have bought earlier. I'm probably saving up too much for this level 9 push, but that might be hurting my economy too much by saving this long. 172, that stinks. We'd really like to have 180. If we hold again, we'll have 352. We could upgrade our Star Caller, so that might be where we're going. Generally I like to play by pushing as many workers as possible, being super greedy with it, but this round we sort of have more expensive units. Oh, this might be a rough wave. We sort of have more expensive units that are more expensive for us to be upgrading. Yeah, we're gonna leak this one for sure, because we didn't really get to invest in our defenses at all that wave. We saved all of our money for a big upgrade next round. Oh, it's a leak on both sides. That's all right. Let's make them leak. Let's make them leak too. We'll give them a. We like sending the pack leader, who gives a bonus, increases the attack damage of all nearby allies by 4. So if you send them with a lot of the other units, it's a great value. Oh, our buddy's holding quite well actually. Nice. Not even a full leak. What else could we send? We will expect to have 85 by the time the wave starts. They've got a bunch of anglers. They're mostly single target. Maybe we just a brute is all we need on that. And we could upgrade our Star Caller here, who actually will be weak against this wave, but super strong against our granddaddy. And also she's starting to give her aura, so we'll get more lightning out of our guys. Alright, they sent... Nope, they king upgraded, so they're not sending us. I still feel like my board over here is super weak. We're holding quite well, I think. Yeah, we're actually a-okay. That's nice to see. This feels very weak.
Right away.
Our buddy holds good. We get a slight leak on them. We get a slight leak on both sides. So it gives you a percentage of how much they leaked. 71%, 67%, so pretty decent. This ought to be like 30% of their king, I would guess. It's a pretty solid little leak here. Got him down to 80%, got him down to 70%. Alright. And then, of course, anytime we do damage to their king, we get extra money for it. What's a good way to fight this boss? I guess the Windhawks are naturals at it. Do I lean into the Windhawks? Go forth, Windhawks. Or is it gonna do like an all Windhawks? All Windhawks, all mid. Full Violet build. I don't know if that's gonna actually kill the boss, but it'll be fun. Get him, birds! Oh no, it's going badly. It's going real badly. Our Star Caller hero is amazing. She does a huge nuke. She's doing a good job, but even though the Windhawks are okay tanking, their AoE abilities are wasted. I don't know, can you do it, Star Caller? I'll be very impressed. Oh, she does it! Alright, in that case we're gonna hard work her up, because I feel real good about our Windhawks pushing through the next couple waves. We didn't get too far there, but we got a little bit of extra money from it. I'm gonna... I guess I will build a third violet there. No. Damage our king for gold? Yeah, okay, we'll damage the king for gold. And then we'll spend that gold on workers. Think we do 13? Yeah, I am good for 13. I do have a little golem guy over here, a little mud man, who has an ability to harden him. So if you harden your mud man, it makes him take 17% less damage this wave, but then the next wave he takes 17% more damage. So a really interesting strategy is figuring out when the best time to harden is. I'm still really happy with our violets. I think I'm going to keep leaning into greed, extreme greed, pumping out the workers. I love the violet build. They are impact and natural, right? So they'll be a little vulnerable to piercing and impact, so the next two waves might be a little more rough. So how are we going to get through wave 13 is the question now. We're going to need to invest in some different units at some point, probably. Or do we just go all in on the Windhawks? More Windhawks? Let's re-roll, see if there's anything fun. Could add Tempests to the Windhawks. That's dumb. Let's do it. Oh, that's too cheap. Okay. Oh, we didn't build enough stuff. Damn it. I guess I got distracted. It's alright. I guess we're forced to eco. This is going to be a real painful wave for us. It's going to be a hard leak. Hard leak. Hopefully my buddy's... Nope, my buddy's in trouble too. That's alright. That's alright. It's no big deal. They have... Oh my god, look at these harpies. I think I like it. I think I like the thought of a needler. Send them a needler next wave. This is gonna be a little painful. Ouch. Youch. We didn't really upgrade our king's AoE.
For the clan.
We're gonna have an extra 100 here. We can do some imps, I suppose. We got some powerful sends ready to go for him, though. This ought to be a shellacking for him. Oh, Windhawks are really good against this wave. Magic and natural. All right, I guess you convinced me. Go, Violet. Fly free. All right, we'll see if the violets can hold off the golem waves, the drill golems. They are not doing that great. They're doing okay. They're doing okay. Will we hold? We may not. We may not. We've been very greedy. We're at 25 workers, which is an awful lot. We're gonna pay for it just a little bit. My buddy is gonna hold his wave. Probably gonna leak my leaks, but they got good leaks on their side. We're gonna get some real good damage done here, I think. Boom, boom, boom. Burn him down, burn him down. Not as good as we might like, but decent. Down to 50% or so. Okay, we need to fortify ourselves and diversify. This is one of the most ridiculous Haggard boards I've ever had here. I think we need an iron scales. And we can add in... Are Windhawks any good against that final wave? I don't know. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We just need to be able to hold the line. Are they gonna hold their line? Those guys are pretty built. Let's aim for 16 maybe. See if we can get him on the horde in the cardinal wave. Okay, we held real well. Our buddy's getting overwhelmed, but we'll clean his up, no problem. Both enemy sides held. And we're not going to buy any workers. We're going to hard commit to more defense. I think we're going to clean up our buddy's side. We may not. See if the Star Caller can do it. She is a boss. She's doing a great job. I don't know if it's enough. We're gonna, the tiniest little leak to the king. Hold the line, king. Okay. And we gotta be able to fight the boss off, which is gonna be tough. And our birds are not good at this. Yeah, it's gonna be a real painful wave. I don't have anything good. It's gonna be a real painful wave. We'll pick up a Leviathan there. It kind of buffs some damage up. We're gonna pick that guy up. We're gonna go ahead and harden. We'll stick a mud golem out here as well. We'll have him harden. We're just gonna hope and pray. And we do want to send now for the Cardinals. They did not send. Okay. Interesting.
Ready to gallop.
So, I imagine we'll hold since they didn't send. But we also hardened all of our golems, which means we're going to be weak the next time that they come. But that's okay. That was going to be a hard wave for us no matter what. So any sort of holding there is good. We're slightly behind in value. We'll see what we can do.
Shut down.
We got a little bit of a leak to give us some extra money. We need to hard invest in defenses. Hard invest in attacks as well. And we'll have another 90 up, which I guess probably makes sense to go ahead and put into the Hermit. We're gonna give them a real monster send to work with here, and our guys are much better at this wave. We'll just go again all in on the violet strategy. All right, hold. Here's the big wave. They sent 640. Oh Lord, we sent hard on them and they sent hard back. We might be dead. We might be dead. There's a lot of stuff there. I think we're in big trouble. We didn't build quite enough. We're getting through them. Oh, I think we're getting through them too slowly. I think they're gonna kill our king. We have enough to kill their king, 100%. Oh, it's just they're just getting there faster. Damn, that's easy kill there. We just needed, if we had held the line for an extra 3 or 4 seconds. Darn, quite a streak tonight. That was tough. We knew it was coming, and we just couldn't quite defend it. Tough beats today. Park Map and I have not been has not been succeeding so far, but sometimes the way she goes, right? Not our best outing. It's okay. I'm streaming it. No one will know. No one. Oh no. No. GG's. Okay, Park's gotta go. Is anybody else that could join us? Any Inferno? We could just jump into... Inferno's also a diamond player. See if he's around. Invite to party. It's still Guild Wars today, so it would be good to win a game partnered up with the guild. At some point, that would be nice. All right, never mind. We're just gonna jump into the solo queues. Hope for the best. Ooh, a bit rough. Rough start. It's a very fun game, though. I have a great time with it. It's super chill. You gotta do a bunch of thinking about stuff, or ideally you should be doing thinking about it. And it feels like there's always more space in it for you to be applying extra brain power if you want to. But you can also sort of lean back. It's an auto battler, so you're just placing your units and hoping for the best. You're not leaning into the sweaty micro. So it is chill in that sense. It's sort of calming to just let the chips fall where they may, rather than trying to drastically influence every second of the gameplay. And that's fun every once in a while. Can we look at our profile? Yeah, look at this match history. I guess I felt like we lost more, but it was just 3. Yesterday I was on quite a streak. I was partnered up with my buddy JB. JB and I went through 3, 4, or 5 in a row. Okay. I've got Orcusun, who was gold 1 on my team. I've dropped down to platinum 2. We've got Sedane and Clock on the other team. Australia and France versus Germany and America. A battle for the ages. Ooh. All right, see how it goes. What do we like here? What sounds good? I cannot decide, so we're gonna pick a Mega Mind, which gives us 1 single gold piece, and then randomly picks any of these other masterminds for me. YOLO! YOLO is actually my favorite way to play. This is an okay early game lineup to work with. We only have 1 single reroll of up to 4 fighters, so we will need to hope and pray they give us some end game units to work with. But we will start out with a little flower. I'm the top player in the game.
Right away.
Huzzah! Okay, we got a flower. I sort of feel like I'd like to put a little more emphasis on the king upgrades rather than the auto sends. I haven't been looking at that. What is this? An APS round 1 drop. That is unorthodox. I don't know that even holds the lane. What is my buddy? He's a lock-in, so he picked APS on purpose and then opened with it. Okay. If that's what you want to do. My counterpart went Cage of Pain. That's a pretty strong early hold there. Maybe we won't try to break it early on.
All right, sir.
Nope, the APS does terrible in the first wave, as suspected. I think the flower holds. I know he holds 1 wave. Can he hold a 2nd wave? Yes, I think he's doing all right. I hope you got a plan over there, my friend, because it was a very unorthodox opening. Okay, we are gonna supplement with an Aqua Spirit here. Where are you going, Aqua Spirit? Could be just down here, I guess.
With the flow.
Can't think of a better spot right now. He added 2 chained fists. Okay. I don't know if that's going to work either, my friend, but we might be in a little bit of trouble since we've got a bit of a little 40-point send on us here. No, we're fine. Our wise Aqua Spirit will save the day. But we're going to need more. We're going to need some sort of tank up on our front line to help give our Honeyflower a little more survivability. Maybe we could invest in a Pirate Skeleton? Pirate Skeleton is probably a good choice here. Okay, a Pirate Skeleton next to our flower, just to tank for him a little bit. And then another worker. We want to keep our flower alive as long as possible. So the flower is fun. It has this fragrance ability. Deals 9 plus 0.02% max health to damages nearby. So it does an AoE to everything around it. AoE damage to all the enemies around it. So the longer he lives, the longer he burns down the wave. But at least unupgraded, he's somewhat fragile. So he can't just hold the line and AoE everything down. He needs a little bit of help. But we have given him that help, and we hold that just fine. But we'll greed. We'll hard greed through it. Hard greed seems tricky because my buddy is behind, to say the least. He's gonna hold that wave though, so we're getting there. And he actually broke the enemy's line with the brute send. Alright, I sort of want you to just eco in, my buddy, because I'm worried about you falling too far behind with that style you've got going over there. We spent every dime we had. Let's start kicking some king upgrades. We spent everything we had on workers. We're up to 8 workers, wave 4, which is pretty greedy. But it's going to give us a good mythium income that we're going to turn into a good normal income. What is this build? All Oathbreakers and attack speed over there. Like I said, very creative. Bold move, Cotton. I think we're doing okay on birds. Maybe not quite okay enough. Needed to hold a little longer. Oh, and he's gonna leak bad. I think we're in trouble, folks. I don't feel too bad about my line here, but I am heavily concerned about my allies' game plan. Heavily concerned. That guy. Interesting builds all around. 190. Oh, I'm 2 gold short of the Spectral Scallywag. That hurts me. What am I gonna do instead? Skeletons are coming. We'll do another Scallywag on the far side to split. Oh, we didn't get everything down on time. This is probably going to be another bad one for us. Oh, this whole game might be a wash. The whole game's going badly. I'm going to leak bad here because I didn't have a good stuff to put down there, and I also just didn't do it in time because I was... This guy's going to leak again because his whole plan is heavily flawed. Alright, let's talk. What can we do to turn things around? I got a lot of workers. We've got a lot of mythium going for us. I'm sending into this weird fella here. I think a hermit is a good choice in the send because he's got a lot of AoE damage, so the hermit will help heal that. We need to hold the line better here.
Care for a bottle of rum.
How do we do that? How do we do that?
Some dead men do tell
Spectral
tales.
Scallywag, maybe? Maybe we build an infiltrator? I've been meaning to try him out better. And we'll put some shurikens on him. 2 extra infiltrators with extra shurikens. Shurikens? I never use infiltrators, and I was complaining about them the other day. Trolls asks, is it okay to split if you do an AoE? Yeah, I think it still makes sense. Unless you're a really dedicated AoE build, the benefit you get from splitting is so big. Yeah, we're gonna leak again here. Not too terrible, but we just don't. Let's see, let's re-roll. What can we find here? I love an antler. I love a disciple. We don't really have much mana to work with though. Disciples are still good. Maybe something like that, I guess? I don't know. But he's got a berserker up, but I leaked too much onto him. I think the split is just such an effective way to get a little extra time and a little spread stuff out. I think if you went really, really hard into the AoE bucket, maybe we just have like that one flower, right? Who's just sort of providing some supplemental DPS for us.
Quickly now.
Okay, we need to toughen up these lines quite a bit. I think a fire elemental is a wise choice for now. Or we could go into the death cap, which leans into a bit more tankiness. He's weak against this wave, while a fire elemental is not. So I like the idea of a little more fire. Oh my goodness. I am still running out of time because I'm thinking too much about stuff.
Consider it done.
Yeah, our whole game plan's falling apart here. Our buddies are starting to come together, but at this point he is overbuilt and way underbuilt on workers. So I'm leaking, but at least I was greedy and I've been sitting on 10 workers for a long time. So I've got a lot of mythium and a lot of income to make up for it. Hopefully his overbuilding at least holds the line for me to be extra greedy. That's some sort of strategy. If he's conservative and I'm greedy, he could cover up for me. Our opponents are on fire. Strong they've got strong AoE and single target damage over there. I think I'm okay just chilling out for now. 200 to build an orchid. Are they good on this wave? Let's think quickly. I think maybe more fire. Because I'm just not sure. Okay, we're holding a little better. I think we're still gonna die, but we'll get most of them. Our buddy's starting to buy workers to eco up a bit. Oh, we hold actually well. The 2 fire elementals did a great job, great success.
Right away.
I still want to push workers when I can, although he saved that round, so he wants to fight me.
Some dead men
Maybe we sell
do
our
tell
skeletons and
tales.
replace them with something. We'll sell this skeleton and replace them with a sturdier antler. That skeleton over there is fine.
From the shadows.
We could invest in some windhawks. Let's get some more stuff out there.
Not enough to get you.
They're saving again, so they're aiming to send on the boss wave. I don't have good boss killing stuff prepared, is the unfortunate part here. Boss wave is going to be painful. We're a bit more prepped for the AoEs. What works in the boss wave? Windhawks do. No. Disciples do. Disciples are great. Antlers are actually good too. We could turn that other skeleton over there into an antler and then maybe pick up a disciple. I've just been purely autoing just to earn income.
Some dead men do tell.
We'll get rid of that guy. And we'll sell him. So the skeletons give us a special bonus where you could sell them, get almost their full value back. What do I care about a mana aura? Maybe down, maybe something around here. That's fine there. We've got some firepower, but we're expecting a pretty sizable send here, which could cause us some trouble. We've been upgrading our king okay. Oh yeah, the siege ram comes. That's not good. It's a big tanky unit that's hard to burn down. I think we're gonna get through the siege ram, but it's not gonna give us enough time to get through the boss. We should have bought shurikens for our ninja guys. Yeah, that's a hard leak for us. Our buddy, also leaked, but ever so slightly. He's doing pretty good over there, and he's kind of caught up on workers. All right, well, we'll see what we could hold. We did get a bit of a leak on them too. That was a big send from their part. Oh. Damage amplifying attacks for a particular fighter. Embargo. I think I like the idea of an embargo. And then I want to send on drill golems. That's my plan. And then we need to be a little more tanky hereabouts. Maybe we go straight into the Star Caller down here. Plan for a couple of violets. Maybe not quite as many violets as last time. I still like them a lot. I still think they're a lot of fun, but I could also upgrade these guys to orchids. Now I can throw 3 times as many shurikens. I should keep an eye on them and probably be using them more. Okay, they sent 160 at us here. We're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good. We got some powerful ranged AoE from all of our guys. I think we hold without too much trouble. Push a couple more workers. Maybe we'll push all more workers, which is super greedy. But I feel like we need some greed plays to hold here. Big leak from our buddy, and we are not going to hold this one. Alright, well, the king's taking a bit of a beating. And we need to hold the line. I think I'm starting to sort of regret those extra 5 workers I just pushed right now, but that's alright. What's our good unit for this wave? Mudmen would be good. I think we want a little more tankiness.
Quickly now. The order of the serpent.
A white mane would be good. Deathcap would be good, but we don't got the space for it. Oh, I don't have a good spots to spend money. I feel like all my stuff is just in an uncomfortable price point that's hard for me to reach. My thumbnail is the stream for Factorio. Okay. Where's my thumbnail editing options? I assume everything's going well. I'm not watching the screen. Okay, there. Now we've saved a better thumbnail. Hey, we're not dead. And we could send. I did miss out. Oh, I auto-sent. Oh, no. Oh, that was not my intention. Okay, well. Gotta give him a big ol' auto-send this time around. We got a lot of money to work with here, then. And I said a reasonable amount of violets, but they're really good at this wave.
Quickly now.
We'll invest in some shurikens. And then probably a couple of workers. I feel like we'll be okay. We also should have taken auto send off a long time ago. Oh dear. My buddy's doing pretty okay over there with whatever his crazy build is. We hold no problem, but they didn't send on us. They are still the triple death cap build. He's a crazy man. He's insane. Let's aim to send on 15. The quadrupusses. We broke both their sides. Imagine if I had sent actual good units. Oh, they'd be in big trouble. Big trouble. We get a little bit, a couple % off of them. Not as much as we'd like. Oh, I'm embarrassed that we had the auto send on. So I wasn't thinking about it because we had the embargo, which stopped us from sending things for a while.
By the order of the serpent.
Let's pick up the white mane there. We'll give him a little mudman friend. Are these guys any good against this wave? You could always just invest in more aqua spirits. I love aqua spirits. One of my favorite units. I love fire elementals. The dark ones I don't care about as much, but just the plain water and the fire ones, they do it for me. Alright, this is a big 380 send on us. They gave us a ghost knight and a couple of robos. Could be a tough hold here. Yeah, they're gonna get into the elementals. Yep, I think they're gonna break us, but not too terribly. They did break our buddy. And they did hold on their side. We need to make sure we get a decent send. Let's get the shaman out. Ooh, are we gonna lose? We're only at 43%. Ooh, I don't know, King. I don't know, King. Clean him up, AoE, AoE. Oh no! That was so close. I thought we'd hold that for sure. Honey Bear is the way to go against the triple death cap. Yeah, probably. Ugh, that was a pretty haggard game. You know, I don't like to blame my teammates, but I do. He still gets a thumb up. Yeah, look, they way out Mythiumed us. They way out incomed us. Yeah, my partner was just too far behind. I was behind too, but that's alright. What do? You dust yourself off and play again. Turns around. He's already in a game though. It's alright, we'll go without him. Been a rough day. Ugh, I thought I'd show off some fine high level play for you guys. Not high level play, right? We're Platinum League. I wonder, can we see the leagues? I feel like somewhere it shows you what the different ranks are. I don't know where that is. Oh, probably maybe leaderboards. But there's like, it's the standard stuff, like, right, like bronze, silver, gold, platinum. But there's like 8 more things beyond platinum. There's like expert, master, grandmaster, supreme grandmaster, like legend. You know, there's a whole bunch of ranks beyond platinum. So platinum is it's decent. It's like top 10% of players, but there's so much more beyond that. We've got Hazor from Germany on our team this time against Cod Killer. I feel like we played Cod Killer and Gozar before, but maybe. And we're gonna go with the Megamind. We're gonna do the big brain plays. Let the game decide for us. Cartel. Oh, this is my least favorite. Plus 9 income at the start, minus 38 income after wave 10. So we want to go hard before we have to go home. I do like these options though. I like them a lot. We got some really fun stuff to work with here. We're gonna open Pyro, which is one of my favorite ways to do it. We're gonna go with a bazooka guy to start with. We upgrade him to a Pyro, which gives him a flamethrower. So he's just a really strong AoE damage dealer and burns through like the first 3 or 4 waves with hardly any help at all. Now the downside of doing this is he's quite expensive, so we can't afford to buy any workers round 1, which automatically kind of puts us on a bit of a back foot economic wise, right? So we gotta try to push workers real hard to try to keep up with it, but we'll see how it goes. It's still super strong because he's so tough. He just holds the first couple of things, no problem. We should hold no problem. Our compatriot across the sea built a sand badger. Am I gonna auto? I'm not gonna auto, but I'll still send him a snail. We do want to try to lean into some early pressure, I think, because we're cartel. Oh, I should have bought workers as soon as I got the money. I was a little slow on the worker build. But he's got an antler out. Antler's a fine start. A very tough, very durable, tanky cow over here. They're also a bit expensive, so slow to get onto the workers as well. We will supplement our little pyro bro here with gargoyles probably once the time comes. Snail, I guess. Our buddy's fine. Our enemies held fine. There are still Sand Badger and Disciple currently. We're gonna give him a little gargoyle here. So we could do a little bit of a little split tank thing. Put our... Well, I kind of want that space for mana, guys. We'll just put a little gargoyle over here. That'll be fine for now. We still want more workers. Need greed. Yep. That gargoyle did all we needed him to do. He was probably even unnecessary. I bet we hold that no matter what, but... We'll see. Buddy holds fine. I'm up to 7 workers, which is good. More is what I want because I am greedy. That's what I want. I think another gargoyle here to sort of hold some aggro while the pyro still does his thing. And we should be all good all the way up to round 6 or so when we're going to need to think real hard about how to stop some Rockos. I'm feeling pretty good on 7 workers at the moment. Our buddy is a tad overbuilt, but you never know. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to work with whatever your role is. Let's see if we burn these birds down. That's a bit more birds faster than I wanted them, but the pyro, he's a champ. He's a champ. I love that guy. He's gonna hold those birds for us, no problem. We're gonna buy more workers. And 80 to work with here, or rather 79. I think we're going to, oh, we haven't been spending our mythium. Maybe we do that. Our guys got those things there. Give them a brute. We'll give them 2 brutes to work with.
Let's go, boys.
And a bazooka to help out our side. Okay, yep, we're in trouble. They're punching through pretty quick. Maybe, oh man, the pyro actually might hold it. He's just such a king. Such an amazing job, Mr. Pyro. Quite impressed with your work. And the enemy actually, we only barely, I thought we would crush them by adding the 2 brutes, but they still got through most of that without too much trouble. Darn, I'm impressed by that hold. Darn. Okay, what are we gonna do about these Rockos? Are green devils any good? Bazookas are pretty good. We could go Zeus. We could go a second pyro. Let's do it. Let's lean all in on the pyros. If 1 pyro's been amazing, 2 pyros, technically, literally twice as amazing. Oh, what's up, guys? What rankery? I have dropped down to Platinum 2, and we are on our way to be dropping down to Platinum 3. Looks like the second pyro there was probably a bad idea. Hey, Dome. Thanks for jumping in. I appreciate the like. Trolls, how you doing? How's everybody doing? How we feeling? We do get a bit of a breakthrough on them. That's nice. And our buddy holds the line just fine. We might be able to, we're gonna send a little hermit along in the next wave, see if it can help. And we need more tanking in front of our boys, so I think I like the thought of a green devil and then maybe a backup gargoyle on the right flank. We just need a little more time for the pyros to do their work. Alright, they're just auto-sending us. I think we'll be okay. I think we might have... I feel like our attacks are looking good. We might get some breakthroughs here. Yeah, looking good. Looking good on the offense. On the defense, I think, I'm gonna be all right. My buddy, the Harpies are taking casualties. He's gonna do a good job. We'll clean it up. 82% and 28% leaks on their end, so not incredible, but a little bit of the old leak there. Just the tiniest little leak from my partner, so we're all good. And we pull off about 20% maybe. It's better than I expected. We can work with that. Can work with that for sure. That was well done. Alright. What do I think of this wave? Our pyros are magic damage against this, which is not ideal. We need some extra heavy hitting options to work with here. We're gonna start with the Disciple and start figuring out what to do. Of course, I love Windhawks, you know I do, but we might do something a little different. We'll go one worker. I kind of want to go get some Holy Avengers around the Disciple aura. Would be a fun way to go about it, I think. This might be a rough wave. Actually, it's looking pretty decent. Looking pretty solid. And we can do another send next wave with the Carpuses as well. Give him another Hermit. Gozar leaked big. Okay, we love leaks. It's good money for us. We're both on 10 workers, which is okay. I feel like we could probably be a little greedier. Alright, we're gonna see the king again. Good job, boys. My life for Holy Avengers. Holy Avengers, when they work, man, they work. Oh, but we got enough to buy the Star Caller straight up. So even though he doesn't have anybody around him yet, he's not even good on this wave. We're gonna go ahead and buy the Star Caller, because I just love a Star Caller. Don't worry, we'll put some mana using units around him real soon. Does that make sense over the Holy Avenger? Now I'm second guessing myself. I changed my mind. We'll Holy Avenger up. Maybe a Bazooka in as well, which we could turn into a Zeus to hold, which is also a mana user. Could justify that. Might be a rough wave for us here. The Holy Avenger was definitely a good call. We needed a little more meat on the front line. Okay, yeah. 100% that Holy Avenger was a great choice. Amco the Terrible. Props for the recommend there. That was a strong choice. Our buddy looks okay. We get a bit of a leak on one side, and probably not a leak on the other, but enough to keep them on their toes. I feel like that guy might struggle. Those guys might struggle. Let's add some robos. We'll give him some robos to work with. He might have a little bit of time on the boss as well. We got him down to 54%, though we are about to hit wave 10 when my income takes a big hit because we were the cartel. Alright. We can't quite afford a Sovereign yet. And we can't afford a Star Caller, which we will pick up. Star Caller and a Worker, I think, is what was ordered. And enough, we could give him another Robo just for fun. We're doing pretty well. I'm feeling good. We are top of the board in strength. We're on fire. Our partner's also the top of the board. He's on fire. We got a lot of good money from those early leaks, pushing us into the lead here. Just very casual eco sends from them. And I think our Star Caller ought to be able to help carry the DPS on this. I was gonna get into the pyros. The gargoyles over there are fighting the fiend. No, come over here, gargoyle, and help tank. Alright, never mind. The Star Caller did the job. Ooh, we did get a nice break over there. Those extra robos I sent, I think, turned the line. So we'll get a little more damage out. It's looking good. Down to 40, down to 30. Okay. Okay, we can work with that. A vampire aura. Oh my goodness. Is this... Was it meant to be Holy Avengers surrounded by vampire and mana. It must be. We're gonna surround Holy Avengers all the way. They'll get lifesteal from our vampire, and they'll get the Aegis. Not the Aegis. They should be getting the not the intellect. Why can't I see this? Yes, Amplify Magic, 0.7 extra mana per second. So the guys we've been building are Holy Avengers here, Amco's favorite unit. Our Holy Avengers, they have a mana bar, and it builds up when they attack or when they get attacked. And once their mana bar fills up all the way, they turn Super Saiyan. They start like exploding with gigantic AoE attacks and get a ton of damage resistance, and they're just incredible. Boom, boom. There's him right now. You can see him doing those big explosive hits. Oh, it looks so good, so tasty. Our buddy's holding real well. Do we know when we want to send on them? This guy's also all in on the honey flowers. I guess we'll try for a 13 send maybe? Drill golems will be a bit honey flower resistant. Oh, I love this. We just need to be able to get some sovereign upgrades. I think maybe we put a green devil upgrade on the right flank to try to hold the line over there a bit longer and push one more worker. But I'm pretty happy with our current build. See how it's going. Ooh, we're getting torn apart by the bugs. We're a little greedy. We might hold thanks to the strength of our boss, life-stealing, mana-oring Starcaller here. We did get a bit of a leak on their end. My party holds. They leak ever so slightly. Good, I want a little more time to get up to 160 Mythium so that we could send a pack leader. So this extra time from the leak is critical. Even though they hold. Alright, and then I'll have another 80. I think a couple of robos maybe to round it out would be good for us there. Oh wait, now they're AoE damage. So we'll just add in a hermit. I think is probably good value. Meanwhile, we could finally get our first sovereign online here.
Disorder.
I think sovereigns are good. Yeah, good offense and good defense on this wave. So should be Tribune. Summon the honey bears. Yeah, it's just about time. Honey bears are a little expensive. They're 180 on the Mythium scale. It's pretty deep there. We're gonna try and eco hard off the back of this. Look at the sovereign bashing away. About to explode. There she goes. Boom, boom, boom. That's all she wrote, folks. Our buddy leaked, though. They leaked both sides a little bit. 80%, 83%, so that's decent. I think I still hold the buddy leak, no problem here. Oh yeah, the sovereign can't be defeated. Do we win, is the question. I think we might. I think we might. Oh, we got one, boys.
Victory.
The back of the sovereign and the Holy Avengers. GG's. Finally, sweet victory with the cartel. That one went great. That was like textbook. Everything happened the way we wanted it to happen. Top of the income, top of the Mythium, top of the fighter value. Everything's going good. The sovereign never fails. Plus 16 rating. We're climbing back up towards our Plat 1. We took some rough beats earlier in the day, but we finally got a win in. All right. Yeah, let's go more. Let's go a little more. One or two more, I think. Sounds reasonable, right? How are you guys doing? You guys having fun watching Legion? I know, so I got into it because I spent a lot of time watching the Turin stream and hanging out over there. And I played with Turin a whole bunch. There's a whole bunch of Turin streaming games of the two of us playing together. And it's just a really fun thing to do. And it's it's taken off amongst the little Turin Discord community, right? So Turin has a Discord where a lot of people sort of organize and play games through, and it's unified a whole. The Discord's very what's the word I'm looking for? There's like little fiefdoms, like. So I, of course, I'm the ruler of the Dune side of the Discord, but the Dune side doesn't really mix with like the Total War side of the Discord, and there's also the Age of Empires side. So everyone has their own little niches that we fit in, our own little ecosystems. And funny enough, the Legion has been one of these things that sort of has drawn people out from each of their own little sections. Like there's Dune players playing it, there's Warhammer players, there's Age of Empires players in it. So it's been fun. We had a really good time with it. I think it's Megamind time. I've been sort of enjoying the randomness of it. Kingsguard, okay. So we started with a little bit of income, and our king starts off with extra attack speed and damage reduction. What is this roll? This roll is not too shabby. Ooh, we could do a crabby thing. Got some opportunities. What is this crazy? This is a little crazy, and I have no arcane defense, but let's do it. Summon the crabs. This is a good crab option. Maybe we'll do a little more deep set on the crabs. And I think it's gotta be double workers, doesn't it? Pretty sure the crabs hold wave 1. Probably. Crab time, yep. The crabs never let us down. They're so strong. So the crab warlocks are a unit that shoots little blasts of magic damage, but every time his mana fills up and it starts full, he summons a little crab creature that runs out and works as sort of a little tank DPS for you. And we've got the wonderful disciple here that we've been using a lot of already for the mana aura. So the play is bunch of crab warlocks, all getting boosted from the mana aura from your disciples, and then you just constantly summon out your little crablings that hold the front line for you. And as long as the only way to sort of break through to you is having an overwhelming amount of DPS that can bust through your crabs and get into the summoners before they're able to summon new replacement crabs. Very good, very good. Our buddy is pretty overbuilt. Oh, okay, he went antler. All right, he's catching up now. He's coming back. I think I'd really love a couple of bone warriors to help hold the line here. So it's gonna be like there. So bone warriors in the front. Something along those lines would be fine. I do want to try and get another crab out, but we're gonna be. Oh, I shouldn't have done this that last bone warrior. It's all right. How are we gonna hold? Can we get enough crabs out fast enough? I think so. I think we'll be okay. And then we'll turn. Yeah, if I hadn't bought that third bone warrior, we would have been just fine to get a second crab warlock out, which would have been a really good choice. But we're gonna be. Oh, and I haven't been sending with my Mythium. That's my problem. All right, my guy's got a berserker, so brute hurts him pretty bad. So we give him the brute. What are we doing over here, Bouts? Over here, we're going to Bone Crusher. And then we could buy an extra crab warlock next round with what's left over. Alright, I think we're just fine here. And now we've got the brute is nice against the berserker's opening because the brute slows his attack speed, which is what the berserker really wants. He did build up a whole bunch that round, so I think he probably holds again fine. Let's go back to autoing. We hold fine with the crabs. Our buddy's antler is about to get overwhelmed, but he did a lot of eco on the back of it, so not concerned about him. I'm gonna be a little behind on the eco because I got to spend every cent I've got right now on another crab warlock. But it's going to leave us very sturdy for the next couple of rounds, so we will grab the workers after that. Crabs. I still regret overbuilding that one round and not having enough for another crab. Okay, well, so we're gonna invest in workers after our flying chickens wave here. And I think we should be clear to go. We're a bit overbuilt. We should be king upgrading actually, because it's very efficient to do since we got a king's guard. Uh-oh. Get some more crabs on those front lines quickly. Actually, we're just fine. No problems at all. The Bone Crusher is a really great tank. He's a skeleton tank. Not super, super tough, but the less hit points he has, the faster he regenerates. So if you can get him in a position where he just almost dies, but doesn't all the way die, he does a really amazing job of providing huge value because he just heals so rapidly once he's low on health. Okay, we were able to push a bunch of workers up. Our buddy and I, we're like alternating sending brutes. We are not coordinating on things super well here. I think we should be just fine against scorpions. Scorpions are no match for the crabs. What a crappy option. The crap summoners. Alright, that looks very good. Very good. And we can invest in yet another crab warlock for the next round. We got a... Oh, they had a bit of a leak. See, if my buddy and I had been on the same page, if I knew when he was sending... I'll take off the auto. I'm a little robo for the next round. And I do like the extra crab warlocks. So again, one of the benefits of just having the more you invest in crab warlocks, the better you make all of them, right? Each one is making more tanks for the front line, and the more tanks you have in the front line, the longer that your back line lives, and then the more crabs they're able to summon for the front line. It's amazing. It's amazing. These guys are doing a pretty good job busting up my crabs, though. This might be a tougher one. Actually, we're probably fine again. The crab warlocks are so powerful.
On my way.
I'm gonna push some extra workers. My partner's also pushing extra workers. I like it. Both looking good and feeling good. I think I'm gonna invest in... does it make sense to invest in anything that's not a crab? Probably. I'm gonna invest in a bone crusher for the right flank. That feels good to me. Are we saving up for a send somewhere? My partner is also saving. We're both at like 100 Mythium, so we'll see when he wants to go. Derek is unsure. Okay. Yep, I do like that right flank guy. He gave us enough time to get a definite second wave of crabs out. So that holds us very well there, so we'll continue to eco in the back of this. Again, the ideal is to someday get a disciple up that's upgraded to a star caller, but those are pretty expensive. And it just feels so good to buy workers. So good and tasty. Buddy's holding fine. Their guy, Chris K, who is all slimes somehow. Seems like he's doing well on the top of the power ramp there. Interesting. I think I'm just gonna do another worker. My buddy pinged a Sakura. He's got his own Sakura up. Okay. You do you, Sakura, buddy. But when send is question. I kind of want to send now. Will my buddy send with me? Oh, I think we're gonna get broken. Will my buddy send with me? Yes, he will. Okay, good. Let me send. Send to victory. Oh, we're gonna lose though. If they'd been melee, we'd have been in a better spot. But
I will maul you.
oh, I might have got my buddy Sakura killed. That's not as good. He just made it, and then I got it killed the next round. I'm so sorry. Can I make a sad face? Give him a sad frog face. Put a robo send in there as well. And we could do enough for another robo. Okay. Let's get our disciple out. And we're going to have 300 at the end of the next round. But our disciple is 335. What do I do with 300? I gotta upgrade one of the Crabmancers, maybe. Might be worthwhile. We'll see. I don't do crab builds too often, because they don't allow as much greed as I would like. Or just sort of a style that's... Oh man, they got through us again there. We need just a little more time. Must be that Drake in the back causing us trouble. We're getting messed up. Our sends did really great. They leaked super hard, but they didn't even... Oh, I guess they sent us 200 and 260, so... They sent us, actually, just as hard. We sent them slightly harder on their end. We're getting really good damage on them, but they're going to get really good damage on us. Oh my god, are they going to die? No, they live. Wow, they live at 11%. We hold at 47%. Wow, but we got so much money I can now pick up the Star Caller for easy peasy over there. That was crazy. What do we do with this extra $100 here? Could do... I don't know if it makes sense to bother. More Crab Warlocks is good. We'll go ahead and we'll just make a Fire Archer. I don't know. Just to help us get through. Fire Archer's not super great, but there's something. Get the crabs out. More crabs, please. Ugh. This could be a tough hold. We'll see. See how much that Star Caller's able to help. Alright, the Star Caller held us. A little greed eco. Oh, I don't know that counterattack makes sense when we're at 47%. Giant snail maybe would be fun. We'll send on 12 maybe on mantises. Hope for the best. Meanwhile, oh, I need enough to upgrade crap. Oh, I could build. No, I'm still short. If I'd sell, I could sell. Okay, we sell that guy and invest in one more Crabmancer at least. I would like some sturdier tanks up front. Maybe we re-roll. We lose the skeleton. There's a Holy Avenger. Lord of Death maybe would be fun to add in. Yeah, I don't know. I think the answer is probably just more crabs. Yeah, we're gonna leak here. We're gonna kill our buddy Sakura again. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, probably safety now is still a good send. Alright, we don't have a lot of life. We can't afford to just be doing random leaks necessarily. Where both people are pretty weak. Oh, I suppose I should have been sending giant snails. Of course, I forgot the giant snails. I should have been sending giant snails instead of robos. What looks good for me here? Not crabs, for sure. We'll upgrade to a crabomancer, I suppose, and hope for the best. Yeah, we could be in a bit of trouble. I think the next wave mixed... Piercing's good against the crabs, I think. What are the crabs' armor values? I always forget. Crabs come out as fortified and pierce. Okay, so they're normally good against... They're weak against... Or no, pierce is weak against them. They're weak against impact. So our greatest danger is the drill golems coming up. They leaked huge and are dead, though. So we've got that going for us. Hey-yo! Nice job. There we go. 2 in a row, babies. 2 in a row. We can't stop now. All right. It's finally some rating back. That went pretty well. That went pretty well. That was a solid all around. My partner did great. All right. I guess we play again, right? So I think you need what's the word on Guild Wars? So if you're in a guild, you get up to 4 matchmaking games. So ideally you want to win 4 games on a Guild War day, which are Saturdays. And those give you the most possible points that you can contribute to your team. You get bonus points if you were partied with a member of your guild. But they look like they're probably busy, or at least they're not folks that I normally play with. So we're just gonna try and get our own 4 wins in here, and we got 2 there. We got some match history. It's turned from the red to the green. Those are both pretty big wins, 2 16s. So we're climbing back up. Doing good, feeling good. We lost 4. It's been boom and bust for us. We won 4 yesterday. We lost 4 today. We've won 2. We need to win 2 more is what it's got to be. Full send giant snails. I like the giant snail send. I don't know that it's good, but it's fun and it feels fun just to send a bunch of snails, not a bunch of tanky giant snails at someone. Ooh. I'm out of beverage here, but the spice must flow, so we'll keep the legions going. As long as we win. As long as we win, we'll keep it running for a little bit longer. Ooh, how you guys doing? Any fun holiday plans? I was out and about looking for costume options today, and I think it's gonna be well, the plan was to go with like a werewolf costume, but I was trying to find like a headband with some wolf ears on it, and the only wolf ears I found were sort of like a gray wolf, sort of like white and silvery. And my natural coloring is much more brownish, so I did find brown bear ears. So I'm gonna be a werebear instead of a werewolf, which is really just as good, arguably better, right? You give up the alliteration, but you get some rhyming in it, so it's a fair trade. All right, 2 minutes in queue. What is going on here? Taking forever. But we had a good time. It's a fun game to play. It's a fun game to talk about too. There's so much to think about, and I know there's so much room for growth in where you place things. We were gonna look for ratings. Oh, here's the peak ratings, ranked ratings. I did want to see the range of what people's ranks were. And I know it's somewhere because I've seen it before. Amco's playing right now. Of course you are. Devak Fofino, Bloods All Out, and Winter X Wolf. Classic. They're in the not safe for work guild. That's funny. I think we got a Megamind again, right? Let's see how the cards fall. We're Kingsguard yet again. A nice tanky Kingsguard. Oof, I do love nightmares, but there's not really any fun auras to pair with them. I'm not a great boar appreciator. Pirate skeletons are always fun. I don't really like the looters. I do love howlers. Do we care about dwarves? We'll keep these fighters. Macker says he just bought the game because I'm playing it. It looks good. Awesome, Mackers. I'm so excited. You gotta tell me what you think of it. It's a lot of fun. It's reasonably cheap. The game's only like 20 bucks. Maybe, is it 30 bucks at the worst? I don't know. But there's a lot of replayability, and you could play solo. You could have a great time with it. We're gonna open with a nightmare because I like a nightmare a lot. Junk. And I am fine just leaning into some king upgrades and a worker. It's so fun. 35 in Canadian dollars. Yeah. Any super beginner tips? No. Basically, you want to sort of copy what you see other people doing. The classic stuff is always try to split, have stuff on your left side of your board and the right side of your board so that the enemy waves are spreading out. Usually you pick one side of the board to be your sort of DPS side, so you put all of your damage units behind, on the left side of the board so that you can kill things over there as quickly as possible, while, your other side just sort of buys you a little bit of time. It's not meant to do things or even survive. It just needs to live a little longer while your left side does the cleanup. Yeah, there's a lot of single player options too. And the AI is shockingly good. I don't know if they just cheat a lot or what, but they're very competent. It's very hard to beat the AI, is my experience. Boom, extra workers. So there's a ton of fun to be had. You can play the AI. There's a campaign, which is basically like almost puzzles where you'll play a normal match, but the enemy will get a certain very specific type of boost or bonus, and you got to figure out how to play around that. Game is math and AI good at math. Yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point. They've done a good job of mathing their AI for sure, because they can be brutal. Some of those campaigns. I mean, I'm a fairly hardcore gamer. I'm pretty good at video games, but boy, some of those AI matches have been rough to deal with. The Bone Warriors. Let's get some Bone Warriors out and about here, shall we? Oh, that's fine. But yeah, there's a ton of room to learn on your own before you ever see other people, or you can just jump right in and play with other people. And the nature of ranked is that it'll balance you out eventually. Sometimes more fun than others. Yeah, some of those 3-star challenges are just brutal. I've played them so many times and I just don't know what to do. Yeah, there's a bunch. There's like 3 different campaigns. Each campaign is like, I feel like 6 or 7 battles in it, kind of thing. They're very cool, very fun. Let's make that guy a bone crusher, maybe? I have not been upgrading my king because I'm an absolute potato. But yeah, fun game. Definitely recommend if you have any sort of interest in the kind of auto battler genre. It's often compared to the likes of Mechabellum, which is another super fun auto battler these days. If you like I recommend Mechabellum too, actually, if you like auto battlers. This is just, this has been more fun lately because there's been a lot of hype about Turin and other people playing it, so, and the communities that I hang around with to play games have been very excited about it lately, so we've been playing a lot more lately. You're having a good time with it. Put a bone crusher here and then a warrior. Keep the king upgraded. What's our buddy doing over here? Oh my goodness. It's we got skeletons, we got dwarfs, we got anglers and howlers. That's very very interesting. A lot of different long-term investments at play over there. See if it works out. Our enemies, very standard pyro, and then heavy in the howler sunfang. So every single target for them, and good AoE into what I would be sending into. We'll turn on our auto for now. Well, maybe not. Maybe we'll robo them to help out, because this would be probably a hard wave for them to do next. Our buddy manages to hold. He kept his dwarves alive. Good for him. We are looking pretty good here. Sea dragons actually would be pretty marvelous, I think. Where do I put this sea dragon? I sort of have a dream of re-rolling something with an aura and putting it in the middle here. So maybe just way in the back. You know, a couple, maybe a dog or two. It's too late on the other dog. I feel like we should be just fine here. Sea dragons are really nice healing units. They sacrifice a little bit of their health, and then once their mana fills up, they can shoot off a heal at people. But healing, like, for example, the guys that already have healing when they're low, super, super valuable, right? Because it prolongs the amount of time that his maximum healing is kicking in. So, really useful. Sea dragons, I feel like, are a great force multiplier. They do really great. And we did get a bit of a push through here, a bit of a leak on the enemy, giving us some cash to work with. God, the only thing better than one sea dragon is two sea dragon, isn't it? And then I could push more workers. I ought to push more workers. When in doubt, be greedy, I think, is my other advice. We'll just upgrade our king. I'm perfectly happy leaning into very king heavy upgrades, especially when are we gonna be okay here or not? They're getting on to the nightmare. I would love to get him upgraded before too long here. Our DPS is actually a tad light. We'll see. Can the Bone Crusher hold the line all day long? Maybe. Maybe. It's gonna be a long fight. I think he's losing. But remember, as he gets lower, his regen gets higher. Maybe get some of these little guys dead. I think he holds, actually. I think it's gonna be a very, very long wave. But I think he holds it. That's funny. Yes. Yes, the Bone Crusher. I got you in here for 3 whole minutes. Okay, to upgrade our Nightmare, we need 340. Maybe we opt for some more Howler DPS here. Howlers are pretty great. We've got some good king upgrades. We're lighter on workers than I'd like to be, so maybe we'll push workers this wave. Feel like we're in a pretty good spot.
Off to work.
Not enough gold.
You know, ideally in, you know, a perfect world, when you're a grandmaster, you've got all of the armor types memorized. So you could say, well, I know wave 9's coming up with their piercing damage. So I know that the piercing damage does 20% less to fortified, and I have fortified tanks, so I will definitely be able to hold it. But I'm kind of going a little more by the loosey-goosey feels. I sort of feel like I ought to be able to hold this one. I'm not sure if I actually will, but I feel like I ought to. Let's be greedy. If we're gonna greed, we might as well greed all the way.
Not enough
I'm happy to bump up some regen too on our king even. We'll just max them out. Okay, the enemy are saving, so we don't want to do any more greed. We want to build, because they're going to try and give us something on the king, I'm guessing here. We've got very sturdy single target damage, though we're not going to have enough to get the upgrade on our nightmare that we wanted. We could do one more doggo, one more of the Sunfangs. Sunfangs are cool, so what they do is they have a debuff where they bite a guy and it puts a debuff on him, and that debuff stacks, and every Sunfang that is biting someone with that debuff does extra damage. So they're a really great unit that can sort of work together to bring down bosses. Like a pack of wolves. Oh, we're so close. 340. If I sold a Sunfang, that wouldn't even be enough. Maybe I just commit to the Sunfangs. One Sunfang there. Put a couple more Sunfangs in the backfield to come up and bite stuff. We'll upgrade some of that stuff. Here we go. Oh, no, they spent all of theirs on king upgrades. Very curious. So they opted not for it to send. The Sunfangs ought to make short work of the boss then, if he's not buffed up with a whole bunch of other sends. If they had sent hard, we'd have been in trouble, but the Sunfangs are going to do great. Well, okay. The status quo, I think, benefits us. Me and my buddy are ahead on the power score. I mean, usually that means that we've been more effective with our ecoing. Indeed, I'm gonna just eco. And by eco, of course, I mean make more workers. Eco as in upgrade the economy. A Titan, a Battle Scars. Let's do a Battle Scars. Let's do... Let's take a Sand Badger over here in the east to buff up the front line a little bit. And let's re-roll, see what else we could find here. I mean, a Grawl kinda has an aura. I just love sea serpents in general. I don't need a skeleton anymore. I don't need any bone warriors anymore. We can work with that. We could do a little Grawl aura in the middle. So the Grawl, when you upgrade them to something like an Ocean Templar, has an aura that gives passive heal and magic resistance, which is okay. Could stick that in the middle over there. This was a little bit of a meteor send on their part here. We could be. They might break us. Where do we want to send on? It's a lot of AoE there. I think I want to send on 13. They half leaked and half held. Oh, I might get my buddy's dwarves killed here. Oh, I'm so sorry, dwarves. Dwarves, if they live, give you more money, and if they die, they give you less money. So, your buddy getting your dwarves killed feels real bad. Okay. Finally put some of our regen investments to work. Oh, I need to turn off my auto. That's alright. I got a lot of workers, so we'll be fine. Put the Grawl in, and the Ocean Templar is 250 to unlock, which is we're just shy. So instead, maybe we pick up the Doppelganger. Right? The Doppelganger, he's good damage against this wave, so I think that makes sense. Okay, I wish I had not sent that last round so I'd have a lot more Mythium to work with, but here we are. What am I gonna send? I think I'm gonna send a safety mole. Probably makes good sense. We hold on no problem because they didn't send. We get a safety mole. We're gonna have 70 saved up. So the assets look straight up stolen from League. So you know what it is actually. It's the game look at these dogs over there. The game comes from a mod from Warcraft 3, I believe, which is why it has that old kind of old style to it, as it were.
Let's go, boys.
Once upon a time, there was a Legion TD Warcraft 3 mod. And this is Legion TD2, spun off as a sort of its own thing. But yeah, I can see, it looks like that, right? And funny enough, League of Legends was also spun off of a Warcraft 3 mod that was Dota. Dota, of course, went on to become its own thing eventually. I think we hold pretty well here. It's a little tight. It's a little tight, but we're gonna leak. But Not before giving him a good what for. We got a good leak, average leaks, a weak leak there. Not as much as we might have wanted from what we burst through. Let's buy more workers. Yeah, it's funny how many games came from the custom modes of Warcraft 3. But this one and likewise League of Legends are big owers to that legacy. Are the dwarves gonna hold? Well done, dwarves. The 3 dwarves hold the line. Do we? They're still. They're pretty good at. This guy's like single target, and this guy's AOE, so it's hard to know what wave is good to send on him. They're doing magic damage. Maybe we aim for the cardinals? I don't know. I don't know. What's good here? I should have been thinking faster. Upgrade that guy at least and buy a worker. They put 200 into this. Not anything shocking. I think we hold no problem. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, we held real well. So we'll continue saving and we'll do a great big send on the 16th wave. This is the plan, I think. We're gonna opt for another upgraded Sand Badger here. These guys have the arcane armor that is especially good on this wave, so they pay out great dividends to be able to tank the shots from the quadrupuses. And then we're gonna hopefully the cardinals are a big sort of a horde spawn. So we'll give them some buffing abilities. Give them a pack leader. We'll send the honey bear. I think we ought to be able to get a safety mole out. Maybe a hermit would be a dream. And I think we are holding 100%, feeling super good. Super good, we held that no problem. Our buddy is gonna get broken, but we ought to be able to clear him up too. The enemy holds as well. I'm guessing they're gonna send us. Can I get a hermit in here as well? I might be so. Okay, we clear that up. We've got a great big send of mercenaries for the next wave. And we can squeeze in another 120 of something. Maybe just robos. This is ridiculous. It's a very silly build that my partner has over there, but it's working for him. He's not doing bad. Howlers are good against this wave. Do we just lean into the howling? I think we do. Alright, we got a massive send coming for them. Hopefully we're able to break their lines and ruin their day. They sent 360 on us. I feel like we've got a pretty solid composition for this. It's hard to know in this crazy scrum here in the middle. We're cleaning up well. I think we're fine. A strong leak over there. Okay, we're doing great. We're doing great. They're in major danger. Major danger. I think we might leak on both sides, but just barely.
Shut down.
They might be dead. They have a pretty upgraded king, but we do as well. Maybe not quite. They managed to AoE down. We got it down to 14%. We have a tougher king because I'm a King's Guard, which is just sort of a nice base damage reduction. Oh yeah, we hold way better. Okay. Let's try for the whales maybe? Whale chiefs? And meanwhile, we need to hold... Oh my god, we have so much money.
On my way.
So much money. We could upgrade our healers a little bit. Might be reasonable. Because we've got some of these great big tanky boys on the front lines. And we'll start investing in some sea serpents in the back. So sea serpents are cool. They start underground. So the enemies run past them, and then 5 seconds later they pop up, and then they're in like the back line of the enemy. So if the other team does, we might not. Okay, yeah, he does that. Yeah. So if the other team sends ranged mercenaries, your sea serpents can get right on them, and obviously the one's not enough, and then we need a little upgrade for them. But okay, what am I sending? We want to send a centaur? Is a pack leader worth it? Because there's not many spawns. I think we really want more DPS sent. They did break through me. I thought I was going to hold better there. Four Eyes probably is a good send. I think we want to add extra DPS to these Whale Chief wave. Okay, they get on us, but we should hold fine. Oh, we get on them. Ooh, he might be dead. He's gonna hold again. 1%. Oh my god, he held at 1%. And now he's healing, he's regenning. We just need anything to get through. Meanwhile, we need to hold the line here at all costs. Alright, let's hope we survive. We just need to do... They've got a lot of regen on their king, but... okay. I think we're looking pretty good. I think we're... yeah. Right? Right? I guess they sent us a Kraken, which is a great big boss guy. So they might pierce through us. Yep, they're dead. They're dead. Alright, GG. We did it. We're still defending, and we know our wave's gonna hit them first, so they're gonna kill them even if we end up leaking and dying. We will leak and die slower than them. 3 in a row, babies! Ugh.
Victory.
Okay, alright. We may need to cut the stream off there, but I think it's a pretty good starting point. I'm pretty pleased with that. We started downhill and we came back. Thumbs up for our buddies there. He did great. We got a lot of income. I got a lot of income and a lot of mythium to work with there. The greed paid off. The haggard greed. Yep, unfortunately, life is calling me to go do other important things, so we are gonna have to stop there, but not too shabby. Not too shabby. I think we broke even, didn't we? No. We lost 4, we won 3. That's alright. I promise more victories in the future. That was a good time. It's a fun game to play. If you picked it up like Mackers, strong recommend. You're gonna have a great time with it. It's got a lot of replayability. There's a pretty big community. There's a lot of folks playing it, even though it's sort of a small niche game. There's all day long. It's got a worldwide audience, as you saw from the flags, so you can always find games to play, and it's pretty fun. And there's like a little shop, right, where you could buy cosmetics and things like that, but there's no pay to win. There's absolutely nothing really helps you get anywhere. There's just different backgrounds and different game coaches, and then there's a whole like mini game of trying to collect different cards and using them to decorate your board and do fun stuff like that. So it's totally entertaining. A strong recommend. I'm having a ton of fun with it. I've played it a lot lately. So if you like it, give it a shot. And if you like this, let me know if you enjoyed this. Maybe we could do some more chill, Legion TD and chill streams. Have a good time with it, but hang out and chat. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, folks. There'll be more to come in the future of this, or Dune, or something else. Whatever strikes my fancy. You guys have a good time. If I don't talk to you till then, have a happy Halloween, everyone who celebrates, and keep it spooky, folks. Thanks for watching.